Hey YouTube, Gun 73 making another episode of Knife Talk, and today I'll be talking about frame lock bar cutout widths, and basically it's the space between the lock bar and the handle. Now I have sort of like two here, really, obviously. If I had a third one, it would be one that had a very wide cut. Now, the tilt, one cool thing about the tilt is since they cut this frame lock with a wire EDM, it's a very thin cutout. There's not a whole lot of room between the frame and the lock bar, you know. And the thing is with this is basically it comes into play. You want it thinner or narrower because if you're really gripping the knife hard and you don't have like a lock bar stabilizer, a lot of people when they see the lock bar, they think, oh, the stabilizer prevents it from going just this way. Well, that's true, but it also prevents it from rocking back and forth this way, wearing the tang. It's like the Hinder XM18, just an example, doesn't have that issue because the lock bar prevents both. The Tilt's frame limiter technology prevents overextension this way, but also because since it's so narrow, or the gap is so thin, I don't think it's too much of a deal. You could see the Sabenza definitely has a very much wider cutout. If you were gripping that knife very hard, you could get some movement and possibly some wear. Although in my experience, I haven't had that problem yet. I don't think I will, simply because I'm never gripping the knife that hard. Even a sturdy grip, you're not really moving that lock bar at all. You'd have to really have adrenaline surging and pumping, and like if you're cutting someone out of a car maybe and you're really holding that knife hard, you might have that problem, but you might not, on this knife. And the third one just is like what would be if you guys are subscribed to Darkchild57, he did a video on a Surefire folder recently, and I don't remember the name of the knife, but the thing that stuck out to me was how wide the gap was between the frame and the lock bar. It was really wide. It looked like it was a 1/4 inch plus, at least. Now the problem with that is that's so much of a gap, that you get a lot of wiggle, It's just not as sturdy, and if you're gripping the knife hard, that would move a lot. There'd be a lot of forward and backward movement, which would cause wear. And then especially on an expensive knife like that Surefire, you'd hope that they wouldn't do that, but some companies just don't think about the small things like that, Like Surefire isn't really a knife company, they're more of a flashlight company and they have a few knives. But their knife designs, to my eye, they have flaws like that, having a really wide gap between there. And I think, it's just because they're not really knife guys. They might think it looks cool or something, but in actuality, it could hurt the design of the knife. Who knows? So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that informative. And, yeah, check out Darkchild57's video on that Surefire. You can see what I'm talking about. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.